Module 8, Part 1, Order Invoice Crud Operations. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check out our other how-to videos from this channel. Also, subscribe and share. It will be helpful for the channel. We will be adding the CRUD operations for the order. This part will deal with the class module and data access layer module. This part is a bit long. It's a little over 2 hours. It is necessary that we create objects and types and functions and methods to work for the order and invoice. So if you're here to learn, I am sure you won't mind to follow along. You will learn a lot from troubleshooting, designing, and thinking. So let's open up our Access and start coding. All right, let's open up folder, Access projects. We are going to continue from module 7 product images. All right, so let's copy that and paste, and then we're gonna go ahead and rename that folder to module 8 part 1. This one has to do with order invoice. Let's say order dash invoice CRUD. All right, let's go in that folder. So open up our CMS, enable the content. So an invoice, the difference between an order form and invoice form is one of the same, they're two of the same, meaning they contain the same records, same information. When you print out an invoice, you are printing out a document request for payment, and then that document lists the details of the order. All right. An order form is the same. It's a document request for items to be purchased. So that's that's a terminology is intertwined. It's the same. It's two of the same information. So it is like going to the store, Walmart, when you got your products and you go to the line for payment. After you payment, they give you a receipt. That is the order receipt or an invoice receipt. All right, I guess we can call it order. All right, order ID, or you can just call it invoice. All right, because essentially it's two of the same. It's just the way you present the information. All right, so I'm thinking I'm thinking out loud through my mouth, I guess. I guess we should say a table instead. All right, let's do it. Let's see how we can make this table in order as well. Let's call this invoice ID and then and we'll call it order number. So we're going to create an order. All right, and this order will be saved into this table called invoice. All right, so we're gonna have a flag later. All right, so okay, that's good. So invoice and then order number, and then we'll say order date, or we could say order ID, order number, order date. What else do we need in here? How about customer? We're gonna need a customer ID. Trying to keep all the IDs together at top. So what else do we need for this guy? Order ID, customer, order number, order date. That looks like that's all it needs. Maybe it has a memo or message. That looks right there. So, and if we need more bits, we can come back in here. So let's make that a primary key. Save. Let's call this order ID order. Yep. All right, and then we're going to need an order details. This will be the list of items. List of items for this order. All right, so now we're going to have a parent-child relationship. All right, let's go to create another table. We're going to call this order detail ID, order ID. That's the and then we'll have a line number. All right, this will be the number, and then product number. Oops. Product description. How about quantity? Quantity will be a number. Yep. And then unit cost, unit price. All right, that also a number. So this number is the this number is the double. We're gonna make this a double. The difference between double and integer is double you can have a digit. All right, integer is not. It's just a sequential without decimals. This is a primary key, and that's all it's needed for the order details. All right, now let's try to understand this. This is the primary key. A primary key is a record ID pertaining to that record. All right, and order is similar to order detail ID, order ID, except this is the parent, meaning they can be repeated. All right, a parent can be repeated if he lives inside the child. All right, so that means that this is a parent or a foreign key. All right, primary key, foreign key. That's how we look at it. Okay. All right. Let's save this guy. Let's call this order detail. All right. Now that let's get back into this order right here. Let's go to design. I thought I forgot something. Let's put this a order status. So this will be a number. we can have let's think about this. Trying to think out loud if we want the order status to represented by a number or a text. Let's use a number. All right. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. Like so. If we need to tweak more, we can tweak more. So this one right here will determine if it's an order or an invoice. All right. That status. If the status says complete, it becomes an invoice, but it can still be an order. All right. So yeah, let's leave it like that. That's good. All right, let's shut it down. As a matter of fact, let's keep it right there. Let's go to our favorite module. Let's create a class module for this guy. Let's name this guy order. All right, and then you know what? I'm going to do this like I normally do to get the oops. Yeah, gonna pull this guy in here, and then yeah, copy. We'll come back in here. I'm gonna say private, like so, and then this will be an I. This will be this will be a S. It's a string S. Double click S string. Yeah, you know what? This will be a string, and then we'll go to the next one. This will be private D as date. I had to pause because I was thinking about these two guys. Copy, and then come up here, paste, take this guy out, like so. Oh yeah, S, and then like so. This will be I, an integer. That's that for that part. And then I'm just gonna come in here and borrow this two functions, two properties. Actually, a property. So this is basically how you create a property. It's tedious work, and as a matter of fact, yeah, I'll copy that. I should have just done this, and then back to here. So this will be a customer. Here's another one. There's a customer here, you see. I'll copy that guy, and then just highlight these two guys. And I got customer, except the order number. Order number. Yeah, there's a lot of typing. That's, programmer. So memo here, I can just type. It's not that big a deal. Memo. And all right. It's actually two more items. So I'll go ahead and make a photocopy of this guy, and then come back up here. Order date. order date. Go ahead and change this guy to date before I forget, otherwise I'll be wondering what's going on. Like so, date, like so, and then status. I'll go ahead and change that to integer. Don't forget an I. Alright, we're moving on pretty fast. And let's create a new function. In C# we call this a new function. So let's call class underscore initialize, and then we can say order ID equals identification, get grid order customer first. It's alright, yeah, customer ID, and then we have order number. We're gonna use the same formality for the order number. Memo, yeah, and then order date. Order date, we'll just set it to today, and then order status equals 0. Alright, thinking out loud right now, because we have this guy as status here. Alright, let's create a constant. Let's call this a module order status. Alright, we're going to say public constant new order as integer 0. Let's do 1, yeah, and then constant we'll say incomplete as integer. Now the idea with this flag is to identify if the order is complete or not complete. If the order is complete, then you cannot edit, you cannot change anything. It's gone, it's done. Alright, and then it becomes an invoice. Well, it can still be in order, however you want to look at it. Alright, but that's just to let us know that it's either complete or not complete. If it's complete, you cannot change anything. Alright, it's fixed, it's done. Alright, so that's how we're going to identify can we add or remove items from this order. Alright, let's control S. There's an open query here that I'm going to deselect that, save, order, good, and then I'm going to come over here to the front. Let's exit that out without saving, close that without saving. Now we don't have to do the order details because we're not going to be using class object for order details. But we'll see how that's going to work. We might later. Alright, so now we got this order class object, we need to create a middleware for it. All right. So let's go ahead and come over here to a module, insert module, and we're going to rename this guy to order db access. All right. And in here we only need three quads. I don't know what we're gonna need. We'll see what we need here. First thing comes to mind is to go into this customer DB here. Open that up. We are going to grab new customer ID all the way up to customer save. All right. Control C. Now you might wonder why I did not grab this order, this customer deleted function. Right, close that out, and I'll explain. Once you have created an order, first off, in housekeeping, you do not want to delete any order. All right. And this is a good practice because you want to create a history of that customer. If you delete an order after it's been created, you have no records to fall onto. You understand? So a good housekeeping will keep every activity in hand. All right. So if you develop any invoice or orders, develop an order, you do not want to delete an order. But you can use, as a matter of fact, before I change that name, let's go back to this status, order status. As a matter of fact, you can do this because you want to identify if that order is cancelled. All right, because you want to identify who is a good customer, who is not good customer. All right, so this status will help us with that. This status, all right. So if they cancel too many times, you know that's not a good customer. Yeah, right. So, so yeah, don't delete. All right, don't delete. So now let's get back. Close that out. Get back. Get new order number. All right, and here in the order number, all we have to do is just we're gonna order. We're gonna conform to our formality here. Alright, so alright, and then change this new order number to right there. Oops, there. Alright. Well, we got one quad down. Alright, let's move on to the next. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Right there. So we'll call this guy order number. Let's change that to order number from order. So when you got order right here, put this guy, surround this guy with bracket, and this is identified as a field or a table. All right, so this bracket means this is either a field or a table. All right, just yeah. And if you have order without this bracket, it might get confused. All right, it just might. We never know. Order. So, all right. Oh, we forgot right there too. You see there? Almost. Get new order number. All right. Let's see. That looks right. That looks good. All right. Let's move on. We'll find out if we get a little blocking action. Here we said we can retrieve an order exists by ID, and here we can just put order. Let's see if it exists. You see there, and then S. Yeah, we can do this ID, and here we can put capitalize that like so. All right, and here we can say order ID. That looks pretty good. I'm going to come over here and copy that booger right there, and then order ID equals oh, we're missing a customer. Oh no, we're not. Right there. And then order number. Try to type in the variable or the parameter fields as they're listed in the table. It's easy to recognize which one you skip or not skip. So just keep that in mind. And then we have what's next? Order date. And then memo. Oh, did we have memo first? I think we have memo first. This would be an order status. Order status. Oops. Status. And then just go up there. Right there. There's a memo right in here. Yeah. That's that. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. Let's make sure we have 6 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. Perfect. All right. And also in here we can say set order equals new order. That way we don't have to do it at the front end like the product and the customer that we did. We might have to go back and change that. All right. Because sometimes we forget in the front end when we create this new. So if we tend to forget a lot, and we'll put the stuff in here, and then we don't have to worry about it. All right. So, but let's finish this. We're gonna go back and fix the customer, product, and product category. So that looks right there. That looks right. All right. All right. Let's do this guy. And then we have order save. Order save. And you know what? I'm going to show you something else. We're going to make this private. We don't want, we're going to want this to be accessible only to this file. Okay. So order ID, and I'm going to copy this order. And there, like so. So this would be order ID, like so. Order number. This is unchangeable. Once you create this, guys, you don't want to change it. That's why they live in here. All right, that's why they live in here. You don't want to change that. Oh, you also don't want to change the customer. All right, customer ID, like so. And then the other 6 parameters are in here. And then we have memo equals memo. Well, actually, once you create it, you don't want to change it. Yeah, once you create it, you don't want to change it. All right. This is yeah. You only change or update the product ID, product numbers, not these guys. What did I say there? This should be order date. There you go. Order date. Do we have order date? Yep. And then order status. There. And that's that. All right. And we're just gonna copy order save here. So the modifier is the private. So make sure you do that. We don't want it to be living in exposing this to outside world. So we're going to make that a private as well. I'm going to show you why. All right. And then we're going to add a type up here. This is the reason why. We're going to say type. Let's call. We cannot call a type order because we already have an object order. So let's call this invoice in type. All right. And this invoice has order as order, and then actually we're gonna do this, and customer as customer. All right. And this is how we're going to retrieve customer. When you retrieve an order or order, you're essentially retrieving an invoice as well. So let's do this. Let's go. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do sub get order. All right. And then we're gonna pass in invoice object invoice as order. Nope, as invoice. And that's that. Okay. And here we can say, yep. Here we can say if order exists by ID, and then we're going to pass in order or object invoice dot order dot order. As a matter of fact, no, that's okay. Yeah, like so. And then we're going to pass in order ID. Then, and you wonder where's the order ID, right? I'm going to copy that and do this as string. That's how we're going to get an order. All right. So now we have order. Now, once we have order, the customer must exist. All right. Customer must exist. So then you can say, if customer db customer exists by ID, you use this order customer ID. All right. Hold on here. Invoice dot customer, like so, and then comma, this will be invoice. I just and then you say then, right? And that's where once we get all these two guys, the idea is we are going to populate the order items, order details. All right, order details. So let's go back to the front end. Yeah, you're gonna have to jump back and forth like this. All right. So we got order details. Now these being good records or live records, we don't want to touch anything in here while we're creating orders. All right. So we are going to combine these two together. All right. Similar to the join. For example, you can say select all from order, inner join, order details on so and so, right? But we're not going to join them because we don't want to touch these records. They are live, they're good, all right? We don't want to modify anything, all right? Unless we actually explicitly act on it, all right? So let's do a new table. We're going to call this a new table. So we're going to grab everything from here. I'm going to open that guy up. We're going to grab everything from here, all right, and put in here. Okay. So what do we have? Order. What do we have? We have order ID. Actually, it's going to be listed as order detail ID. As a matter of fact, it's going to be like so. And then we're going to have order ID, customer ID. What else in here? Order number, order date, number, order date. This will be a date. Actually memo. All right, let's move memo up there. That way we recognize it's, yeah, let's move memo up there. All right, memo, or yeah, you know what, that's fine too. Order date and then memo on the bottom. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. And then order status. Order status. That would be a number. So we got date. Let me see. Yeah, see right there. We got a date, number. Okay. Okay. Good. There should be 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then now it's the detail tab. All right. So we'll save that and close it. Save that and close it. Now the details. I think if I'm not mistaken here, there's a line number here. Line number. That would be a number. And then the product number. Text. Quantity. And this would be if you do F5, it's going to jump down to the bottom. Let me see. Let's try this one. This one is oh yeah, we'll type in unit price, and then I think control F5, F6, oh F6. F6 will move you to the bottom. As a matter of fact, we're going to change that to number, and then F6. Bam! It jumped down there. What happened? Number there. F6 jumps there. We'll make that double. Alright, and then we're gonna move this guy to there. So alright, so that should look similar to this guy. Let's move this guy up there. Oh, description, forgot description. Let's do description. Product number, product description. Alright, right there. And we're gonna make that an ID, primary key. Alright, Control S. We'll call this order detail. It's the same temp. Alright, so this is gonna be our temporary table that holds working the order that is being worked on. Alright, so when you do a join order, inner join, this order detail, this is essentially the records. Alright, so now let's put this into our code. Alright, so once we've got this guy and this guy, we are going to, let's do dim SQL as string. We're going to move records. We're going to move records from order detail into here. Alright, so this is how we're going to do it. SQL equals insert into the table we just created, order detail temp, and then we're going to put in the bits in here. So again, I'm going to close that down. Sure, it's safe. I'm going to get a little lazy right there. And this is how I do when I get lazy. I'm not suggesting that you should be lazy like I am. Alright. I'm going to select all these. There. As a matter of fact, we don't need all that. Yeah, that's all right. We're going to put all that in there. Okay. So, well, where were we? Oh, right here. Insert into. Yep. I'm going to open up my, as a matter of fact, yeah, that's fine. We're going to put it in here. Into here. And then we just have to go bit by bits. Alright. Taking this guy out. Double click. Okay, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do that. And then Control F. Show you. Yeah, I've got a couple of things that we can do in here. See this right here? Take that out. And then come to the front here and then just remove everything in front of that guy. It can close. Hopefully. Any day now. There. So we are left with that, and then we can say replace all. Perfect. There. So we remove all that, and we are left with these guys. I'm gonna come over here and then push this guy over like so. This is being a string. We have to do this. There. Alright. And now let's space that out. Let's continue. This is where we get the stuff. Select everything. Oh no. We are going to select let's do this. Let's get back here. As a matter of fact, right here, because we have to keep this in order, in the same order. All right. So I'm gonna grab this guy right here, copy right there, and I'm gonna grab this guy, the top two, like so. Insert into, and then we're gonna grab everything, order, customer. We need customer. Well, there's no customer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 fields in the. There are 7 fields in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. But there's no customer. So where do you get customer? You wonder. Because here's a list, order detail, order. We got order. Here's a customer and order number. And you said, where do you get these guys? They're not from this table. All right. Hold on. Let me continue, and then I'm going to show you. So here we say from order detail where order ID equals, and then we have all invoice dot order ID. All right, we're still missing some stuff in here. You see, the insert calls for this list of columns. All right, and this is where we get the rest of them. So the first two are correct. We're missing the order ID, customer ID, order number, order date, memo, order status. So this is how we get it. Let me show you. And here we say invoice order. What are we missing? You say customer. What's the next one? All right, and then you have to put in like so. I'm going to come over here being a little lazy. Copy this booger right there. All right, and then let's get the next guy. That's the customer. This will be order number. You see there, getting a little clever now. And then go to the next line. You just have to be detailed in these guys, like so. I'm going to space out and come back. That was order number. The next one is order date. Yeah. And then the next one is, what's the next one? Order date, memo, and then status. All right, comma, order status. And there. So that's how we build our query. All right. Now we're not done yet. Okay. you're not done it. Wherever it says a string, you have to escape. You have to put the quotation in there. So let's get back in here. You see right here, order customer ID. We need to come back in a single quote inside, open, close. Order numbers also string, open. We're going to add the close in here. Oops, there. And always space at the end here. You see how I space it out right there? Yeah, if you don't space out, they're all going to run into each other. So we got close right there. And then we'll come back to the next one. Order date. Order date. What's the order date? You know what? We're going to leave it like that. I think order date without the pound sign. You know, yeah. I think without that, it's okay. If it's not, we'll come back and fix it. All right. I know when you query, you have to put like that. All right. And sometimes, you know, so I'm going to leave it like that for now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave it like that. So that should be fine. If not, we just come back to it. We know we're good. So here is memo, single quote, close it. Order status is number, so don't worry about that one. And then the rest comes from this table. All right. So that's how you do it. All right. We'll find out, won't we? Okay. So we done all insert statement. We can do current db execute. That's all. We're done. We are done. So that's how we get order. Yeah, that should be pretty fast. That should be full. I was thinking just now. If this list were like yay long, very long, then you might want to make a sub and return a boolean. That way you can determine when it gets done. But because this is going to be like no more than 50 items, so that should go like split second, real fast. So that's that. So let's say get order. So get order will be like that. All right. And these functions are not exposed to the outside world. It says private. All right. And these guys right here are using or calling the global modifier in here. All right. So now we're gonna, once we can save. And you wonder, well, if you don't expose the save function, how are you gonna save? How about this order? How about save order? All right. Now the save order, all you have to do is just pass in the order type. All right, this guy. And this guy has everything in here, you see. So that's how you do it. All right. We're going to save this guy. So to save this guy, you know what? We're going to leave that guy in there. We'll say order save. Oops. You see there? And you put that, you see, it asks for an order. All right. And all you will have to do is take this guy out and we're done. If the order is safe, we don't care about the customer because customer is not going to be modified. We're going to take that if statement out. Just like that. And then we just, oops, too far out. And then we just go do that. All right. Now, before you insert this into, we're basically going to reverse this order. All right. Here is to get, we pull this stuff from the product items from the order details. Now we're going to put these guys back to the order details. All right, like so. See, and then the order detail only has order, right here up to the line number. So I'm just going to delete all this out because they're not relevant. And you know what? I noticed there's a comma there, so I'm gonna conform to that. Take this out. See there? So we have order ID, order detail ID, order ID, line number, product description, and all that. And then we're gonna select from. We're gonna select order detail. All the way down here, we're gonna delete right there, and then like so. All right. So these top two must be the same. See there, and then the line, the product description there. So, and then from where? From order temp, like so, and then the order is the same, and that's how you do it. All right, that's how you do it. But here we go. But so this is a logic that you have to think through. So when we move the records from this live table to a temp table, the old records are still there, you see. All right, and then you massage this order in the front end by adding or removing orders, right? By adding or removing order. Yeah, adding or removing order, and then you're going to reinsert it. If you don't remove the original items, you cannot insert them to it because there would be a key violation. All right. So what you need to do here, you need to remove the old ones before you insert the new ones in. So that's easy. So that's the logic that you have to understand, is that in order to think about it. We get order from here. We say get all the records from this order detail and put it in the temp. Right? Well, the original records are still in there, you see. Now we are massaging stuff with the order detail temp table in the front end. And the user say, okay, let's save this one because this customer added three more items, right? Well, we're gonna add 3 additional items, but we don't know which one because we are working behind the scene here, right? So so what we need to do here, we say delete, so like that, from, you see there, and then I'm just gonna put all the whole shebang up there, where, like so, nice and simple, and then execute it. All right, so we are going to remove the original items and then replace it with the ones that we just worked on. All right, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's a concept. All right, so we got these two. So in this one, there are only 3 items, 3 functions that are exposed to the world. The get new order number and these guys. And you wonder why I didn't put the error handling in here. That's because the error handling will be handling inside here, you see, inside this function. All right, that's why we don't put it in here. It would be redundant. Also, we'll get some barking from the dog. All right, let's go to the front end. Now we're done with those tables. So we have three tables here, 1, 2, 3 that we're working with. Now let's see how we're going to do this. I'm going to copy this, the form customer, copy. We're going to paste it as form order. All right, and then let's go to this form order in the design. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to leave that alone because this could be all product search. All right. So let's work on this one first. Let's work on the first thing we want to work on is the first thing we want to work on is the hmm, I'm going to remove that for now. As a matter of fact, return that one. That's one status. We want to keep that guy. This is a status. All right. So we're going to use that as our status right there, and then put it way up there. Okay. I'm going to open this guy up for now. I want to see what there are in there. What if we need to do anything with it. So in here, we're going to remove this salutation. As a matter of fact, we can leave everything there. I'm going to remove this guy and then kind of narrow that guy out and put it right there. Okay, and then I'm going to remove this guy as well, and then put it right there, and then we're going to remove that guy. All right, so the idea is when you create an order, we want to know who they're for. As a matter of fact, I'm going to remove this guy as well. All right, this will be contact. We type contact like so, and then we're going to put right here inside here / state zip code. That might be too long, like so. That's fine. All right, and then let me see. Here is a customer number. That's a new. That's a previous. That's current action. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Customer number. We're gonna need that. So we're gonna put it right there, and then this is customer ID. We're gonna change this customer ID to order ID. All right, and then we're gonna need one more, and then we're gonna need two more. So I'm gonna copy this guy, copy two more, I guess. This will be text order number, and this will be order date. Text order date. Oh, we also need a status. Let's see how we're going to do the status. Yeah, let's do that. Let's conform. Let's conform, and here we're going to say text order status. All right. So let's rearrange these guys a bit. Order number will be right there, and then order date will be somewhere around there, and and I'm going to grab this guy, push this guy down a little bit. Alright, and then this guy will be the status. So that's how that's going to work. And these guys will be the hidden fields. This is the current action, previous, new, order ID. Perfect. Alright, so I'm gonna make this guy like so, and then rearranging this and moving them elsewhere. Alright, and I know a good spot for these guys. These guys will come way up here, like so. Alright, let's Control S. So we got these. Alright. So we know the customer. Yep. Good. Now, there are a couple ways to do this. We could list all these labels on the left. Yeah, let's do this fancy ways. Let's move this guy over to the right, just a tad, right about J. Alright, I am going to copy this guy and then highlight this guy, paste. See there? I also want to highlight this guy, paste. Highlight this guy, paste. See how it becomes part of that? And then I'm just going to do this. Move this guy back to here. Oops. Just want to grab this guy right there. Alright. And then I'm gonna, yeah. And then I'm gonna copy this guy and then highlight, click on this bar right here, paste, and it moves right here. I'm gonna pull this guy all the way over here, back over here. So you were too far. And now I'm going to remove this guy. See how I'm doing it now? And then so, but you can dress this to however you want. All right. This is you know, it's a preference. So we're gonna say to there, and then like so, and then move this guy up like so. See how I'm doing it now? And I also want to move this guy to right about the same spot. And here we can say order number. Order date. And instead of typing the whole thing out, right here we just say status. Like so. Alright. So that's how that's going to look. Okay. That's how that's going to look. Alright, so let's work on this CRUD, this table first. The invoice, the order first. Alright. And then once we get this CRUD operation working, then we'll work on this later. Alright, so let's do one at a time. We want to make sure that we can save the order first. Remember, parent-child relationship, you must save a parent first. You know, you cannot become a parent. I mean, a child cannot be born without a parent, for example. So let's go in here and we are going to start from the bottom. Let's change this to order screen. Order entry. Not screen, order entry. That's appropriate. There is no labels for the customer name or number, so we removed that already. Let's get rid of that. There is a status. All right, we leave the current. All right, this one will be the order ID, and that one's good. and we don't have these two. So and you know what, we'll make this black since we removed the rest of them already. Alright, now the clear box, we don't have these two. This guy is the order ID. We don't have this guy, right? We do have that guy. We don't have the salutation. We have the first name. As a matter of fact, we're going to change that. We're going to change that. As a matter of fact, a lot of these things is going to be done behind the scene. All right. This is just let me call that contact, like so. All right. Address. As a matter of fact, we're going to take all these out and then push it out to about there. Maybe yeah, it doesn't hurt to come all the way out here. Yep, it doesn't hurt. And then we're gonna make this. Yeah, let's see how this works. We're gonna make this guy transparent, and if it doesn't work, we'll come back, because we are not going to be editing anything in here. This will be just pre-populated. We don't want to edit this, all right? Because most of this information comes from the table already. So, but the clear boxes here will oops. So we have contact there, and we have address. Yeah. You know what? Let's change this name as well. Let's call it city state. All right. And then so, and the rest is history. That's that. Oh, other things. The order number. The reason why you need to clear this, because if you retrieve new order, you see, you have to clear that. Order number, order date, order status. Yep, let's do that. Order number, order date, order status. Good. Good. And that's that. And we don't unlock anything here. We do not unlock anything because we don't enter anything. All right. When you create an order, you don't enter anything other than the products, the items that are being ordered. So we don't have that. We don't have, we'll go ahead and lock. Lock is good. I'm going to, as a matter of fact, because it's transparent, you don't need to worry about this. But we'll get rid of these guys first. Order ID, order number, order number, order. Oh, we forgot our memo. You see there? Order number, order customer. Hey, we don't have customer number. What happened? Oh, here it is. But we need customer ID. All right. We are only referencing this to a customer ID. So do we have customer ID here? We have order number. You know what? Let's add that one in there. We need customer ID because the order table has customer ID. So customer ID. All right. Where we at? Okay. Customer ID. What else do we have? Order number, order date, order status. All right, the order status here. We don't want to display the number, because if you display the number, it's not gonna say a whole lot. All right. So let's convert this number to something that we recognize. All right. So then in here, say get order status. Let's say function order status name, order status name, and then you pass in status as int. All right. So this is how we're gonna return the name, because you don't want to return the number 1 2 3 4. They don't understand. All right. No one understands what we mean. It could mean anything. So then you say select case I status and select, and then say case 1 order status name equals new order, and I'm just going to copy this guy. Status 2 incomplete. Status 3 complete. Last cancel. So that's how that works. And now you need to convert it back to the number. So you do the same thing. You copy, and this becomes S string S. Change that to number. Gonna copy that guy. As a matter of fact, we're gonna do this. One. And 2. It's just going reverse. 3. 4. That's it. That's how you get it. So let's get back to our front end. This status right here, what is it? Order status. That is going to be converted back and forth. All right. So when we present it to this screen, we want to present the name that is understandable. But when we save, we're going to convert it back to the number, and that's why it's like that. All right. So I think that's everything. So we don't need all this. We're going to delete all that, and then we're going to take all this out because it's transparent. Good. So far so good. Let's move on. We don't need to validate because there's nothing to enter. Now the set, there is couple set in here. All right, there is a couple of set in here. There is a couple of set in here. Let's come way up here. We're going to say order, or order as invoice, and then scroll down here. When it says get customer, we'll say get order or set order. All right. Yeah, there's nothing to set here. All we have to do is set order, set order, or there's no set because the type, you don't set the type. Okay, the type is just the type. So we can say order, see there, order ID equals me text order ID, and then I'm just going to copy these two guys. Order number equals order number. We need a memo. Forgot about that. Customer, yep, equals me customer. That's what else we need? We need order date. All right, and we're gonna add memo here. Now this one is entry. So an entry, we're gonna make the back color as normal, like so. Gonna move this guy back down a little bit. And then change that status to memo. And then we're gonna make this guy left align, like so. And then we're gonna change this the other to new line. This allows you to use the enter key. So that, yeah, we're using the enter key in this text box. And then we call this text memo. All right, let's get back in here. Let's scroll down a little bit because in the clear here, now we have memo. Like so. Me log memo. Oops. Now we have a memo. We go ahead and create and unlock just for the memo. Just stay consistent. Not a whole lot. We say unlock. And then All we have to do is just change that guy to false. That's it. Alright, and here I'm gonna copy this guy again, push it down, memo equals text memo. Alright, there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, status. Order status equals order status. You see there? Get number, and this would be me text order status. Alright, and that's how that works. So that's the set. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. Let's see, we have 6 items in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. Perfect. So we got that. Let's get back to our form, our screen. Okay, now the set. We call this set order, and then there is no function. There is a sub, order sub, right? Am I right? Yeah, there you go. See the sub, save order. So we're gonna close that out. We'll say call order db access save, and then we send in our yeah, we will send in our order. That's it. That's it. So basically it's a call set order. It's going to come in here. It's going to set all stuff in here. Alright, and before that we can have to do this. My bad. Set order equals new order, like so, and then we'll save. We don't delete, so when we delete, it's basically a cancel. When we delete, it's basically a cancel. So this is how we do it. This is how we do it. So when you say delete, you say set, you say call set order. So this is how we are going to delete. We come back to order status. Cancel. Yeah. So if it's delete, it's actually a cancel. So now we can just come over here, copy one of these guys. As a matter of fact, we can just copy this guy, the whole thing, copy. Oh, right here. And then we just pass in canceled, like so. And there, we copy, like that. That's how we delete. And then we have to redisplay. All right. And that's how we display. So right here, display order. All right. So then we can call redisplay order. Either you display the order, or you could do this. Me order status equals Yeah, I'm gonna copy this guy right here. Show you what it is. So like I said, you want to order, you want to um, get order name, you see, and then in here you say order order status, order status, like so. All right. So basically, you just converted the number, this number, back to the name. All right. That way it's display. All right. And then you know what? And then let me collapse that. And this status right here, we can make that little stand out. 12. And then the color would be red. Um, bold. Oops, my bad. There. And then back inside there, in here, we'll color this one later. All right. So that's how we change it back. And here, if it's not edit, well, we're gonna leave all that function in there because it's good. All right. They're all good. We just wanna, uh, and here we'll say order. Yeah, right here, new customer. Uh, we don't do that because it's gonna happen inside. Remember, it's going to happen in here. When we say get order, right here in this function, order exists. You see there, we set it. We already set it in here. I think this is better. So we're gonna have to go back to the customer and change that inside there. So then we don't have to pass, create it out here. All right. So I'm gonna take all that out. We're gonna say order db access get order, and then we'll pass in the order, and then we're gonna pass in order ID. All right. So in here, get order, you pass in the invoice object. Get order, you pass in the invoice object. Yeah, right here. Get order. This is invoice object, you see. All right. But invoice object here has two items, two objects inside objects, object inside object. All right. So that's why you just pass in that word, that guy. And then we're just going to remove all this. As a matter of fact, we can just replace this guy. We know we don't have this label. We get rid of this label. This becomes order ID. And then I'm going to copy this guy. Order, you see, order ID, like so. And then copy this guy. Essentially, it's doing the same thing. And then the customer number, all right, you do this. Instead of order, you do customer number. See how clever that is? And then the company name, same thing. You do that, take that out, and you do customer, company name. We don't have salutation, all right? And we have contact right here. Contact. So contact will be first name, last name, all right? And then we have address. So I'm going to take this out because that's not relevant. Oops. And then customer address. See there? And this will be a city state. Remember that we changed that? Oops, there. So change that back to customer CD. Again, this is just for display, you know. CD state province and then zip code, like so. What else do we have on here? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these guys. They're all gone. Alright, but I'm gonna come in under here and say order number. We're missing order number. Me order date. So we want to make sure we have, oh, what are we missing here? Oh, we're missing an R. That's better. There should be six items in the order. All right, 1, 2, 3. 3, 4. Order ID. Memo. There you go, memo. All right, so me memo. There. And status. There you go. Order status. Remember this? We'll say order status dot get status name, order status, and that's how you convert it to something that they understand. All right. So that's how that works. One thing that I want to do in here, now that I'm thinking about it, in these guys right here, let's just as a precaution, all right, and then add string just as precaution. And here, oh, this is one add string. My bad. Wrong place. Yeah, like so, equals. All right, and this one is the number, integer, just as precaution. Control S, save. All right, let's get back to all our stuff. So order status. So how many we have? We have one. Well, it's already here. We don't need to reset it again here. So I just go ahead and comment this guy out. It's unnecessary. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Customer ID. Yeah. So now we have customer ID. I was wondering why, where, okay. Order there. All right. So that's how that works. And everything's remaining intact. All right, let's move on. All right, let's on this set control, adding new order. All right, there's no such thing. Well, we can say editing order. Editing. The only thing that you can edit is the memo and the product IDs. Save. That's good. Delete, cancel. Well, we'll call it delete. That's fine. All right, we'll fix that later. All right. Looks good. Looks good. Now this guy right here where it say where it cancel. See this previous ID, that should be order ID. Alright, and then display order. Look at that. It's moving pretty fast. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, right here when they add, alright, order. This is how you remember previous order, previous record. Alright. And then edit. So when you edit, your ID is always exists. Alright, so this is, yeah, but you know, normally the edit, you know, the IDs always exist. Alright, there's no need to say if, not, no, but it's a good way of coding. Alright, good way of coding. There you go. We're done with that. That's pretty simple. Now the delete, when you click delete, you're about to delete. Alright, and then you say order number. You're about to delete order number and then space. Are you sure? Alright, so that's yeah. Alright, we'll leave this search button there for now. We'll fix that later. We just want to get all our order record done first. Alright. Alright, that looks good. And Control S. Let's get back in here. I noticed something. We're gonna test this out right now. Alright, when you say save right here, okay, we are going to omit this guy. We're gonna comment that out. And we want to see if it really saves. Okay, so that's how we do it. So let's follow through. When you say add new, it comes in here, it unlocks. So right here, when it adds new, in the past we just unlock stuff. Alright, but here when we add new, we're doing differently. Let's see where this add new happens here. When you click add new, okay, kind of follow through, add new, and then when you unlock, I thought there was a clear button. Oh, when you don't see it. I thought when you add new, oh, when you unlock, you check to see if it's, yeah, when you unlock, you check to see if it's new or not new. And if it's new, yep, so here we'll say me current action equals new, then and if. Alright, so in here, if it's new, I think you pre-populate stuff in here. Let's take a look at the customer form. when you unlock. I think if I'm not mistaken, when you unlock, yeah, see that right there. That's why I thought it happens right here. Yeah, if it's new, copy. So it just happens inside here, like so. If it's new, then we clear, and then we say, yep, we say order, order, new order, like so, and then we pre-populate the items, right? So I'm gonna take this guy out. There's a display function up here somewhere, right here. Copy. So we need to be a little fancy here, just a bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and put this guy out in. All right. One thing that when you click on add new, all right, how do you know this order is for which customer? So when you add new, this button will call this guy. Remember with the form we have this customer search, and that's where that's going to happen. See, remember this one? This is the very first form that I told you. All right, so this is going to be good. All right, so we're going to reuse this guy. Yep, see there, we're going to use that guy. So when you click on this guy, yeah, that's good. That's good. This is how we're going to do it now. Now that is becoming a concept. So I'm going to go back to this customer form. I am going to display customer. Copy this guy. All right, and then I put it in here. So see how this guy is going to work. This guy essentially is just going to display the customer. That's all. Nothing else. Uh, Nothing else. Nothing more than display the customer. And then this guy will be yeah, and this guy will be customer, and that will be good, just like so. All right, and then we're not interested in all this because, like I said, it's going to be for displaying only, and there's no clear boxes and all that, and all this will be gone. Oop, there, and then I'm just going to like so. And here in this display order, I can just grab this guy like so. For now, copy, put in here. All right, that's fine, like that. And then there's no order date. There's nothing in here that we're interested in other than the customers, like so. Perfect. Just the customer information. So that's how we are going to display the customer. All right. And so here, when we say create new order, unlock, unlock. Oh, where's the new order? Clear. unlock. Oh, here. So in here, yeah, that's good. So when we say create new order, if it's new order, we create the order, new order, all right, and then we display this guy. We don't have this guy. Yeah, this will be empty. All that will be empty, except this guy. We're gonna take that out. So we got a number, the order, order ID, order number. What else do we have that is pre-populated? That's that. Oh yeah, order status new. Order status new. So let's go in here. Order. Let's predefine this guy. So we'll get order number will come from order db access order number, get new order number, and order status. Well, we know it's one. All right, that's new. But this is weird. We can call this guy, but we cannot call this guy. Yeah, you don't have to do that. Well, anyways, we know that the new order is one, so we just pre-populate it to one. That's okay. We don't need to, spend too much time with that. So here, when it's new, all right. Yeah, that's good. We display new. Let's see, what else do we need to display? Today's date, order number, order ID, and then from here, you don't have to do anything, because what will happen here is that when you click on this guy, if it's new, yeah, that's good. We'll call this guy, and then we're gonna have to do some logic here, and then we'll have to say do command open form, oops, AC form, and then we're gonna pass in form. To this open form customer search, and then we're going to put in where is this guy's coming from. We're going to say it comes from order or form name. What is it called? Oh, hold on, we have a form name constant, form name constant. We got form order. There you go. So that's how that's gonna work. All right. All right. Let's once we open up this guy, it's going to open up this guy right here. Customer form search right there, and then down here, down there, it's gonna do this. Then when we select this guy, Okay, on double click it says display record. So display records right here. Basically, we don't need this guy. It's gonna look like so, like that. All right. I think that's it. Well, we're gonna try to see if we can run this guy. Um, and like I always say, when you do this, don't expect a whole lot. Just because always expect uh, expect some errors here. Okay. This one is order. Let's look at this order parameters. Customer order. Customer ID. We're missing something here. You say that we're missing the get. How did we miss the gate? Okay, let's try that. I think we only copy one of them. It should be both of them. Customer ID here, copy. We're missing the let, not get. You see there? That's only one let, one get. We're missing the let. That's better. See there? We're missing this guy. Anyways, alright. So that's good. Let's try. Good. Let's see. Expected function variable. My bad. See what happens there? Yeah. So that's fine. We can make it a function. Alright, it's expecting a function. Yeah, let's stop that. It's expecting a function. Yeah, that's fine. We just call instead of if, because this used to be a customer, right? Yep, that's fine. We can just do like this. Like so, and then take this if else out. Yeah. So that way, all right. So where else does it bark? Okay, let's do that. There you go. See, now we should see something in here. Alright, let's try. Let's see something in here. So the idea is that when we click add right here, it sets a control. So what needs to happen here? Yeah, that's good. That's right. If it's add, it should unlock the control right here. Alright, so we're gonna stop right there. And it should create a new one and display these guys. Alright, so, and how come it didn't do it? Alright, let's cancel that. Add, so it comes in here, it's true. We should see something in here. This guy, that's perfect. That's good. Oh, this guy, this guy was say invisible, so we need to make those guys visible. Yeah, they're there, we just don't see it. Yeah, they're there, we just don't see it. All right, and let me show you why. Let's stop this. Let me show you why. So let's go to the design view. Oops, design view. There. So what happened? This guy right here. Remember, this guy used to come from here, and we made this guy, but we forgot to do this invisible, visible to new. All right, and same here. See that? That's why we can't see anything here. All right. Let's see what else. Yeah, see that too needs to be visible always. We don't need to turn on and off here. Let's see what else. Good, good, good. We should see all these guys. All right. Likewise. There you go. All right. And gonna make this guy green, dark green. Dark green. There you go. All right, let's try it again. So we should be able to see customer information, the order number, order date, order status. All right. So all right, let's view that. Let's try that again. So we're gonna click one of these guys. Okay, well, we're getting somewhere. See there, we're getting this guy. Good, that's what we want. All right, and then new status. Yeah, new. Yeah, that's new status. And then this guy, adding new order. Okay, so that's good. Exception here. Let's look at the customer search form. Why it did not open up correctly or display correctly. So when we double click this guy called display records, stop right there, and then okay. All right, let's try again. It's part of it's part of coding. So I'm going to double click this guy. See, that's good. Form order, that's good. That's good that it sees form order, and we got the ID. All right, and it's going to call display. It's going to call display order. I mean display customer. So now if we go back to order and where display customer, this guy, we should see some. Oh no, it should be fine. It should be fine. Okay, it should come in there. Let's continue. Double click. Oops, we did. Let's continue. There, see, it should come in here. All right, good, good. Oh yeah, remember that we said we're gonna fix this guy. Let's fix this guy. Let's fix this guy. That is in here. Remember I told you that customer right here. What we want to do here, we want to set this guy inside here. That's all set all customer equals new customer, because we don't, when we do this, we don't we don't have to do it outside out there. All right, so we didn't set this guy. We have to set this guy, all right, before. In the past we set this guy before we go in there. So now in the customer, the same way. Yeah, so when you see this customer right here, display customer, see there right here, we don't have to do that now. We're gonna have to do that for the product. It's just easier that way. We don't have to keep remembering that we have to set that guy every time we go in there. So it's going to set it inside that function. All right, undo that. Okay. Something to close doesn't exist. Fine and dandy. So let's do this. Try again. Click that guy. Add new. Good. See that? This guy pre-populated, which is good. That's good. Now when we select this guy should be the customer information. Let's see if that works. That's what it was. That's how we want it to look. Alright. That's how I want it to look. Except, I don't know if I like these outlines. Alright. So let's tweak some more. So it's doing exactly what we want it to do. Alright. As a matter of fact, we'll worry about that later. Let's do it again. We want to be able to save this guy. Alright. So what happens if we save? Click save. This is the customer search. So it's doing exactly what we want to do. Now, if it's save, oops, display, delete right here. We don't have validation. We don't validate. Alright. We're just going to set this guy and then call or save order. Alright. Let's see if it's going to save anything. Okay. I'm going to stop right there. Right now, the order, we don't have it. Yeah, no order. So we'll click save. Oops. That's alright. There. And then we're going to click save. Memo. Oh, okay. That's fine. So we're going to fix this guy. We'll say if it's no, just add empty line there. And the rest of them should be fine. Yeah, it's just that guy. Okay, continue. Now we're going to go in there and see there. And then it's going to go to save order. Let's continue. So it jumps to the bottom. But right here it should save. Alright. And yeah, that's good. That's good. Perfect. Yeah. Remember I told you about the bracket? If you use the order, because that it miss there you go. See this order bar here. I think I should told you that earlier. See somewhere, get order here. Right here. Remember this? I told you about this one, the order. It might get mistaken. There's one place right here. Remember that? So you have to put a bracket in this border because that is a reserved name. You see? Yeah, that is a reserved name. and that's the reserved name. All right, so make sure you put the bracket around there. That way it knows it is either a field or a table name. Field name or table name. So where else we have that? That's the reason why. All right. So let's try it again. Let's save. Okay. Let's undo that comment and continue. And I bet you we have an order. Perfect. That's what we want. All right. Now we didn't get the customer. How come? We need the customer. All right. So let's see the set. We didn't get that. We did not get that. Let's go into the ordered DB access. Yeah, it should be right there. Well, so we set it right there, and then we save it right there. Wait, where is it? Let's move this guy down a little bit further. Right there. Yeah, that's not sure why. Well, let's do it again. We want to be able to see this guy, all right? So let's close that. Let's do it again. Right here, I should see something. Oh, okay, let's stop that. Let's do something else. Let's close this guy out. Go ahead and save. Order. And as a matter of fact, we want, this is the order number. There, that's the customer. Let's make this guy visible so that we know it's there. All right, so that's good. Now if we do this, it didn't set. That's why. You see there, it didn't set. Let's see, it didn't set. That's the reason why. So this guy right here should have set. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's asking for the exclamation means form. All right. So, but that's what it was. We didn't change anything. Let's try that again. Let's cancel. Now when cancel, how come this guy didn't change? So okay, we need to clear this too. Customer. Yeah, customer. Oops. Right here on this form order. When you clear right here, we need to also say customer ID. Yep. So that's part of programming. What you're seeing is we're doing this live. All right, so we're clear. We're interested why it did not display. So in the display customer right here, all right, it should set right here. Let's stop right there. We should see something there. Cancel. Open. There. Not sure why. Maybe it's hidden behind. So we're gonna select this top one, Thomas Michael. Oh, duh. You see that? That's the order. That's not customer. This is the customer. Duh. I wonder if something is, yeah, there you go. So we need a customer. We went into the order. Alright. Well, order doesn't exist yet because we're creating a new one. That's the reason why. Alright. There you go. Now we get something right there. So that's how, yeah. So now we get, when we save, alright, should be good now. We can just continue. We should have some in order here. There you go. See, that is the order, alright? And the status is new here. You see that? So we need to change that status to incomplete. So if you look at the status, order status, one is new. You see that? Alright. That is part one. Alright. We're gonna finish this the rest of them in part two. Part two will be listing the items here, and we want to list this side right here as an item, and then we're gonna have a button here. All right, say add item, and then it's just gonna jump over here. All right, so so here we're gonna just say first order. Yay! All right, let's see if we save in there. See that? First order. Yay! All right, that's how that works. That is how that works. Okay, so but you cannot add anything in here. This is defaulted to lock, remember, because you don't want to change all this stuff. All right, you can't change them. Okay, but anyways, that is the first part. That's a part one. This is part one of order, and it's we have come a long way here. We've done a whole lot in this video. We add the order table, order details, and we add the temp, but we haven't done anything to the temp or the order details, just because we had to create this function, this class objects, all right, for the order, and then we had to create the order status. So a whole bunch of stuff that we had to type in today. All right, so let me show you what we the order table. That is the order table. If you want to pause the video and order detail table, order detail table, and we also created the order detail temp table. All right, and in the class object, we only did the order for the class module. All right, and this is the order. All right. We also added the order status. Remember the order status? We add these statuses. We also want to make sure it returns the number to be saved in the database, or the name to be displayed in the front. If you look at this form, you see it says new order right there. But actuality, it saves in the order as number. You see there. So that is the smart way of converting things. All right. So that's how we handle that right there. All right. And then we create this guy. All right. This is a type called invoice, and this invoice has two objects: the order, the customer. Right. So we add the save order, and then it goes into this if order save. Oh, by the way, if you see how we did it here, we made this guy private so that it doesn't expose to the outside world. We also made this guy private. All right. And these two functions are being called in here. See, get, save, and get. All right. So that's the function. Order saved. This is order exists. See there? We commented out this guy because we're gonna do this next time, next video. All right. We also implemented. We also implemented the order number. All right. So we have our own order number convention, and that's the bottom. So let me scroll down. So if you want to see and put it in your application while you're following along. So that's the very top, and here we go, scrolling down. There, get order. Here's a save order. And here is the order exists by ID. Alright, so that's how you do it. That's the bottom. So then we come in here and modify the customer. Oops, not customer, my bad. Order, form order. We made a copy of the customer, and then we remove some stuff and realigning these text boxes. All right, and then in the code behind, we remove some stuff, and here's the top. We haven't done anything with the search because that's going to be the product search. We haven't done anything with the delete button. In this one, I will show you what will happen next time, because we don't actually deleting the order. Instead of delete, we can say the order has been canceled. All right, so we need to tweak that. We haven't done anything with the edit. We did the add. You see how we did the add, right? So we set that to new. We set a control. We preload the initializations ID parameters. This guy, we preload this guy. See it right there, and then we load it up to the front end. All right, and then we say, hey, now get us the customer, and you saw how we did the customer. The search customer search right here. We didn't do a whole lot here because everything's already in there. I removed the original one because it didn't, after looking at it, it didn't make sense. This makes more sense because this form is the form name that we're passing in. All right, and that's the form name order. All right, in here the form name, if you look at it, form name constant, you see it knows the name, we defined it in here, so that way we don't have to remember and type. All right, and that's the controls. We didn't remove a whole lot, we removed some. And here is the display order, which we have not called anything in here. All right, because we have not retrieved anything, but we did display this guy. All right, we had to display this guy. All right, in the next part, we are going to add more stuff. Part 2, adding the products. Okay, so that's a save order, set order, save order, and that's the part 1. All right, and you see how I did this one. You see how I create a type, all right, called invoice, and put these two objects together, and so that they can work hand in hand. And instead of creating, and we can just use this object like we did here to get some stuff for us. All right, so there you have it for this part 1. Part 2, we're gonna add products under here, and stay tuned. See how we are going to accomplish that part 2. Stay tuned. Happy programming. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, share, and hit that bell. And also comment below, and if you need help, inbox me. Thanks again.